Welcome. This is the USL Show which is presenting Kit Season. This is our first episode.
Woo!
We're really excited to review this season's kits and kind of, I don't know, explain it. We have assembled a nice ensemble of, USL kit reviewers. Myself, Brett, we got Fox, and we got Regan. And then we do have some others coming up, but they just weren't able to make it today. But very briefly, I am Brett. I am from Indianapolis, Indiana, and I'm an Indy 11 fan, and I'm wearing my beautiful Struggles kit today. If you didn't see it, love this kit. And introduce you guys yourself.
All right, I guess I'll go second here. My name is Phil Fox. I'm originally from Louisville, so I'm still a classic Louisville City fan. And I try to make sure that, everything I do, tries to stay as non-biased as possible, trying to copy off Phil Talks Footy. So, we both got the Phils in there, so we got to act the same. But and moved to St. Louis. So still following, started following STL in the USL for a little bit until they disbanded, sadly. So, but yeah, still rocking the city all day, every day. Got my Louisville City goalkeepers jersey on from last season.
Hi.
Looking sharp.
And my name is Regan Allen. I'm from Columbus. I follow San Antonio, and I followed San Antonio because they initially had issues with the city of Austin when they were trying to steal the crew. But I've been just following them ever since. Haven't had any regrets yet.
Knock on wood.
Right.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, so we're all really excited. Like I mentioned, we do have some others that we will be joining us throughout this process, I guess, shall I say, this series. I'd like to also once again thank the USL Show for allowing us to use their platform and hopefully add some more quality content to the already amazing show. So here's our overall process for this episode. We all grabbed 2 kits apiece that we wanted to just review for today's episode. And everyone's going to give a basic score, and then we're going to give a composite, average score for what we think. There's only 6, and given there's 27 USL championship teams, and I think 10 USL League One, right? Is it 10 League One teams?
Sounds roughly?
Right.
So we'll have about probably 50 or so kits to just talk about on the men's side, and then any other independent USLW teams that have their own kits, much like the Greenville team or like Minnesota Aura, if I can say it right. So that's our process, and let's get started.
Let's go.
Up first,
woo! Look at that kit. That thing is gorgeous. So again, being from Louisville, I try not to be as biased as possible. I will say this is a fairly basic kit, but if you look at the way that they laid this out, you gotta love the purple. I love the static. You feel the energy coming from this kit. I have seen some other kits coming from other teams that are very similar to this. So I do want to say that this is kind of a stock kit in a sense, or template kit. But with the purple and everything rocking it out, I'm loving this kit personally.
As an Indy 11 fan, I have to hate this kit. I do appreciate a good purple. It just happens to be blue shitty, as I'll say. Not so favorite team, but I can't complain. It is an overall nice. So far, yeah, I have no major complaints outside it's Louisville City.
Me, as a neutral who lives about roughly the same distance from Indianapolis and Louisville, this is a pretty good template. The design works well. The purple and white is a good contrast to each other.
Yeah.
But the design of the template with that little like wood graining style just looks really, really nice.
It almost looks like a what those like barrels of bourbon,
the bourbon
like
barrels.
that wood. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get the bourbon barrels in it.
Yeah, so I think that's a nice touch. My score does not reflect that. Obviously, my very truly unbiased opinion shows through. But here's how we roughly scored this Louisville City home kit. I did a simple 2.5. It could be higher for me, as I said, unbiased, completely unbiased opinion.
I don't believe them. I don't believe them. We'll see what happens with that Indy. The Indy checkers show up.
Hey, we'll get there.
Get the uneven checkers.
Fox obviously gave it a 4.5. I mean, 4 out of 5.
It could have been better. There could have been more. It's not as unique as it could be. So I'm definitely more for uniqueness. So that's not what gives it a perfect score to me.
Yeah. That purple in itself is pretty unique in my opinion. I think aren't they the only team with purple in USL?
I think in the USL. I think so.
So yeah, that's a good factor going for them at least. So, and then we got Regan with a 4.5. He liked it. I can tell.
And I appreciate that vote too.
The only true unbiased opinion.
Yeah,
exactly. See, I try to like temper my biases. I'm like, it can't be a 5. I can't just throw in a 5 on the first Lou City jersey that I see. So I made sure.
If it was a true basic Adidas template, I would agree with Brett's score. But since it has a design on it,
right,
that definitely helps it.
Just a little bit. So then that comes out with our overall score here at Kit Season with a 3.5 out of 5. We like the colors. We like the design. We like that it's not a complete template. It's just we feel like there could be more overall to it, right?
I would agree with that.
Perfect. Yeah. Next on our list, we got Charleston home. I'm a personal fan of this, knowing what was behind the inspiration of this, trying to tie in the history of the club and their history, and like just trying to bring in just kind of the encompassing all of that into a kit. And I don't know, the color combination is good. That red really pops, especially when they use it on the black, especially on the cuffs and then the neckline. A big fan of that. And I think it's a sleek, creative approach to stripes, in my opinion. Anyone else?
In my opinion, so I did not know the history behind the red personally. So the red kind of threw me off as just the color scape and stuff. I am just now noticing this. If you look around the black stripes, they are actually red highlighted around that. I didn't even notice that until like just now staring at it. It's a nice kit. It is a nice kit. I do like how we talked about like the blank space with the Volvo and the logo. So with the sponsor, I like the blank space with the stripes. I like the spread out stripes. Overall, it's a good kit, but the red definitely threw me off without knowing the history behind the red.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Like the red used to throw me off when they would just have a black and yellow striped kit, and they just have all of a sudden a red number and name on the jersey. It would just really frustrate me because it on the current badge, you don't see any red.
No red.
Nope.
So it'd just be like, why is that there? They could just simply use yellow name and numbers or just white on the back. But compared to last year's Nike jersey, which I actually got at the Charleston Challenge Cup, is at least the stripes are a little bigger and more spread out as compared to the skinny ones that came on the Nike template last year.
Oh yeah, that's a yellow and black referee kit right there.
Yep. This is definitely a refreshing take. If you look, the crest fits just within the stripe, as does the Hummel brand on it. Yep. So it looks like like a fresh take on the stripes, and I'm a fan of that. And it's definitely not something that you see everywhere. So I give it props for that, plus with the red.
And one thing to do with the Hummel branding is you don't see the chevrons on the shoulders. You get to see
Yeah.
the chevrons running down the side of the torso.
I like that.
I love the chevrons, but I like that they didn't go with, like, if we go back to the Louisville, they did the classic 3 stripes on the shoulders like they've always done.
That the
But-
basic Adidas thing.
Oh yeah, classic Adidas. But this is classic Hummel, but I like the side
Yeah.
chevrons.
But what I'm hearing is Charleston needs to embrace that red, right? Maybe a red third kit, maybe. You know, the black and the yellow with a third.
Get some infrared with some yellow details.
Ooh. Ooh. I'm already imagining that. I need that.
A red shirt with yellow numbers, that will be a complete eyesore.
Ooh, get the Ronald
Ooh.
McDonald kit. There we go. Not sponsored yet.
Not sponsored yet.
No.
So, all right. I gave it a 5 out of 5. As I said, I love this kit. I truly love what went into it. The red really pops to me, and I love this unique approach to a striped kit. So I gave it a 5 out of 5. Foxy, not as high.
Yeah, 3 out of 5. Like I said, the red threw me off. I'm not even a huge fan of stripes, which is going to be really fun looking at my next score or later score. But the red definitely threw me off. That's kind of hurt it for me.
Yeah. And then finally, we got a 4.5 by Regan.
Like Regan just loves everything.
I have a substantial jersey collection that's still growing at this point.
Same.
But
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this is definitely good jersey. The stripes are well placed. The sponsors visible. It's just the one knockdown for me is like there's no red in the badge, so like the red still throws me off. Therefore, like to me, can give it the 5, but still really, really good.
I agree. Yeah. So overall, we give it a 4.2 out of 5. We thoroughly enjoy the kit. The red throws us off. It's either you hate the red or are confused by it, or you love it. But I'd say overall, we enjoy this kit. It's a good take. It's the red's just trying to throw some of us off here.
It's a good kid, Charleston. You did good, Charleston.
Yes. Now that away kit, can't wait to get to that one, in my opinion. But we move on.
Gladly talk about that one soon.
Maybe next week.
Perfect.
Next, we got Miami FC. Regan, you want to go first on this one?
I really like this shirt, like the little sole design of the waves on the front of the shirt, and then on the back of the shirt, like on the shoulders, you can kind of see the names of like the little neighborhoods in and around Miami actually on the back of the jersey. But this is a really, really nice shade of blue. And like even the light blue around the cuffs and the collar of the shirt just look really, really nice. Like these two shades of blue work really, really well together.
Yeah, I definitely agree. As I was mentioning in our warm up to this, if this didn't have the sponsor on this, I would totally rock this as a polo. That for work. That blue is just a good shade of Miami blue. That orange and then that orange and blue combination just beats Miami. I'm a fan of the design, the details, and I love Macron kits to begin with. So I'm a fan of this kit overall.
Yep. So I am right there with y'all. I 100% love this kit. There's so many things that could have went wrong with what they did with this kit. The detailing on the front, I love the waves. What Regan was talking about earlier with the Miami kind of towns or whatever you want to call them, the neighborhoods on the back, that is Miami. They are from Miami, Fort Lauderdale. But
luckily they don't have to deal with them in the USL League One anymore.
Right. like this is a Miami jersey and it screams Miami. I love this. Even like the false polo with the kind of buttons like that. When I first saw it, I'm like, but I just fall in love with it every single time I look at this. Like I might have to get a Speedy Williams jersey or something.
Oof.
Yeah, get my Louisville love still, but or Paco Craig. They stole like half our team last season.
That's
but
hey, you guys keep doing well, so
I know
somehow.
Yeah,
It didn't,
I
help
gotta fight
him
it.
it didn't help him get to a cup final though.
No.
No, it's too soon for some of them. But yeah, so I love this kit. As I said, that collar, I am a sucker for collars. I love a good collar, and this to me is a timeless kit for Miami, and it's one I could see some people were remembering for some time, given what they've been in the league now. 3 years, is it? 3 years now? Two,
Yeah.
3?
This is
And
their third season in the
third
USL.
season? Okay.
I might be
So I
wrong.
feel-
I'm not an expert on that. I'm an expert
No.
on looking at jerseys. So
I do believe it's their third season, and I just feel like every year they're getting better and better at marketing and making a better design kit and just embracing that Miami. So I'm a big fan of this.
oh yeah.
As funded by my score of a 4.5 out of 5. Like I said, enjoy it. I love the color, love the colors. I just can't give it a 5 because it is still, in the most part, just solid blue, but the details are good. And I love the cuffs and I love the collar. So, Foxy,
Yeah,
he
you're
loved
being
it.
disrespectful. This is a gorgeous kit. Again, the false collar, the cuffs, the color scheme, the waves. Like, I mean, the only thing I could talk about negatively is just the I don't know, just the picture where you get a little bit nip slip. That's the only complaint I have about this. Like everything else is gorgeous about this kit. We're gonna get in trouble. We're gonna get in trouble by YouTube. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
I just think it's a really solid kit. I do really like it, but I have no personal associations to Miami. But like, I still think it's really, really solid. Like, it could be a 4.5 or a 5. Just I felt 4 was really fair, even underselling it a bit.
Yeah. I will say one last remark before I review the overall composite, which is a 4.5 out of 5. I did definitely see this kit being just worn around Miami and people not remembering the team, because it's it's a very it's basic, but it's all in the details, which we love. But I could definitely see this being like a very everyday thing, which is good for Miami because they could use some help in trying to market, given Fort Lauderdale, whatever they're called, being in town. So
Beckham FC.
Miami FC is in Miami.
Right.
Yes. So we do feel like this is a good kit. We love the colors. It speaks Miami, and it's the subtle details in the collar and the colors that we all thoroughly enjoy with this kit. That's what, 3 kits down?
3 kits down.
Halfway
3
done
kits
for the day. And back to Fox's Louisville City.
This kit is, I feel like, so much better, honestly, than the first kit we looked at. I know some of us, we spoke about this before, don't like the kind of, I almost want to say reverse stripes. Like it feels like the disintegration of the stripes going kind of up, but I like the difference of that. So this is just a sharp looking kit. It looks great on the field with the players rocking it. I don't know what else to say about it. There's nothing too crazy extra with it though. So that's always my down point with Louisville. So they do a nice classic kit, but honestly, it's still so much better than years past. And if we're going stripes, thank God it's not the gold stripes anymore. I like the Louisville gold. I like the 2 stars in gold, but I'm glad that we're kind of moving away from that personally.
As an Indy 11 fan and as a fan who thoroughly loves a good white kit, this it pains me to actually like it. I I love the main white with the purple, the tops, the grading stripes. I think it's a good flip of the normal traditional fade instead of it being on the bottom, given the crest and the tops tend to be a little bit busier anyways. So why, like, I like it. It makes the top seem less busy with those stripes. Even if it's just a little bit, I like this kit. Even though it's just basic, I could definitely, if I was an indie fan, I could see me probably trying to do a kit like this.
You look good in it, Brett. Look real good in this.
And not anytime soon, though.
But as the only true neutral in here, I am not a big fan of this kit in particular. I really preferred last year's white and purple. I think the hoop's still a lot better than the stripes are looking.
I am a hoop fan.
Yeah.
So I definitely like last year's white and purple over this year's white and purple. I'm not a big fan of the gradients being at the top. I think it looks too busy up there now. Like if the gradient was at the bottom, it would definitely look slightly better. Like the white and purple, it's a very good contrast.
Mm-hmm.
Like the only hope I wish that could have been is like getting the GE sponsorship, like maybe in the purple or in a different color. It might help it a little more. Or like it being a typical Adidas template, have like the 3 purple stripes at the top and around the collar to help it a little more instead of just having white.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Would like purple, like on the collar or even the
the
cuffs,
purple,
like, really
the
help
purple, purple around the collar, and then the typical 3 stripes on top of the shoulder, then purple too.
I agree 200%. Yeah, because again, with those 3 stripes, you get the white stripes, and that you can't see them at all. Get that pop in purple, get the pop in purple collar. Ooh, 100%.
I will say
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they did the purple like Adidas thing last year on the shoulder, or if it was just white or nothing at all.
Almost wore that kit too. I have it upstairs.
Yeah, I don't remember. I will say I will be curious to see what shorts are paired with this. Because if Louisville just goes with the white, I feel like that will take away from, like, at least to me. I think a little bit of purple would be good for the like a kit contrast between like the white, like a primarily white with a purple. But I am interested to see what shorts get used with this template.
So are you saying if it had white shorts, it'd be like an extra half point or something like that?
Maybe.
No,
I would
want purple.
If they do purple,
you want purple with the white jersey.
Purple, yeah, purple with the white numbers would definitely look better than white with a purple number on it.
Yeah, because it's not as monochromatic almost to me, but that's a whole different thing that we can't really not get released.
Yeah, that's not in the judgment yet.
Not yet.
Just like last year, being a Columbus guy, seeing like the white kit they brought out.
Oh, I feel so bad.
Them wearing yellow jersey, wearing yellow shorts, that just didn't mesh with the jersey at all.
No.
But now this year, they've kind of brought in a white short for it in certain situations with black numbers on it, so it kind of all works together now instead of like a white shirt with yellow shorts.
Yeah, that's another thing that I feel like with some of these teams that we're looking into, I like teams that set a tradition, that they have a certain style that they go with, like your Inter Milans, AC Milans. You kind of know for the most part what type of kit you're going to get, like style wise. It's just how they're going to make it different on a year to year or even a biannual basis.
Yeah.
Because isn't this Louisville's second season in this brand?
Yep, yes. This is the second new logo, third logo.
We forget about that
so
one.
They're still kind of trying to figure out what identity they want to have on their jerseys still.
Yeah. I will say I think their home, they're starting to get a better appreciation. I just think it's their away that they're still trying to figure out.
Right. And who knows, there might be a black alternative like there typically is, and always sharp with the purple. But like I said, I'm glad we're kind of getting away from the gold, because that first I think it was 2-3 seasons ago had the black jersey And you were talking about the GE logo. That was that
Mhm.
like weird bright gold with like the weird gold 3 stripes, and then like the purple. They just like, let's throw in every color we have. Let's make it go. It didn't work. I bought it, but I don't like it.
So I'll go through the scores. I obviously gave it a 4.5. I was a fan, such that it's Louisville City, but I don't mind this kit overall. Foxy obviously as well liked it.
Oh yeah, good kit. Could have been more.
Mhm. Not much to complain about. Regan, on the other hand.
Regan did not,
Not
like
a fan at all. I feel like this is just a middle of the road kit. The hoops look better. The gradient should be at the bottom of the kit. There's
You'd be
like
judging against last year. Come on.
I am going to judge against last year because this is the second year of their new branding.
Hmm.
Like last year's, the hoop looked so much better than these vertical stripes do. So in my eyes, they moved backwards instead of trying to keep it the same or going forwards with the kit.
Yeah. So
That's
overall,
okay.
we could say overall this kit it could be worse, but it could also be better. It's not bad. It works.
It's a nice, clean kit.
Yeah, but it could be better.
Oh yeah.
But it could have been way worse.
Oh yeah. It could have a 4-sided triangle. Who knows? Like
yeah. Or like last year's Memphis kits. I didn't want to talk about those. I hated those things.
Goodness.
With like the miscolored sponsors. Okay. Those are horrendous. But this is a nice, clean white with purple. It gets the job done, but it could have been better. Next, we go to the OSC Dawn kits, the Orange County, the reigning champions, and in their typical orange. I am a fan of the purple, of orange and black combination. I think it's orange. Yeah, I think the orange and black combination. I think it also might be a red. I'm a fan of it.
It's orange.
I do think, it's orange. I do think it's a little boring on template-y side. Those vertical, those chevrons like all across the pattern is a nice touch, but I feel like, I don't know, it's not for me, and I'm not a fan of it personally. But overall, I think it'll get the job done, and it's not a bad kit from the reigning champs.
Yeah, I would agree. It's a good orange kit. This goes against our USL show friends who last week chose that orange is like the ugliest color in the world, apparently. But being a Bengals fan, and I'm good with orange.
Sorry for you.
I know, heartbreak, and
Rip.
the Queen City. But luckily, I'm not a fan of their, football club. But
foosball club, I think it is.
But I'm okay with the orange. I do agree. It is fairly basic. I like the zigzags, what I'm going to call them, since it's not Hummel. Yeah. But it's a good, it's a good, clean orange kit.
Yeah.
If you need an orange kit, go for
it. The orange doesn't look bad for me. Like, at least they've built an identity. They know what they want from their kit. Like, they've always been orange. They haven't had any rebrand. So, like, this is just keeping to their status quo. Like, it does, like, if it wasn't for the chevrons and it was just a plain orange kit, you can basically say Houston Dynamo, but USL.
Yeah. Right. Are you allowed to be from Orange County and not be orange? Is that an option?
I was just thinking that.
Like, we're the Orange County Greens. Like, all right.
And if they had maybe a different sponsor, it maybe could look a little better, but
sponsors affect everything to
they
me.
Really do.
Not everything. I will say everything. Everything's a big word, but they changed the game for me, and I have no idea what a HOAG is.
Yeah, what they're trying to sell me, but
right, I'm not buying it.
And also, I just noticed this too. The Adidas logo on the chest, if they made that black instead of the white, so it can match up with the collar and the 3 stripes on the shoulder, it would look cleaner. But I'm guessing since it's the black, like chevrons on the design, like that's why they didn't do it.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
it almost stands out on like almost it's basically like it's almost a blacked out front, but like it's like a fine. It's like a they want it to be black, but they decided to like turn the transparency or opacity, however you say it, down a bit. So it is that like that gradient, but still being orange. So they had to make it white, and I don't mind it, but it's definitely on the more boring side of kits, at least in USL standards.
Right.
It could be worse.
Oh yeah, it could be ugly,
It could easily be worse.
especially orange. Orange is a sketchy color to work with.
Mhm.
So if you're gonna rock an orange kit, I mean, typically Miami does well with it, and OC did a good job with it this year.
Exactly. So as we mentioned, I got a 3.5. It's pretty boring. It's a template. I like the ideas, the colors on it. I think it works. It's just I low-key expected a little bit more out of the reigning champs, but I don't think they expected to be reigning champs themselves. So I don't have too much to hate on it. It works. That's all I can say about it.
Okay. Yeah, same thing. It's a good kit. Is it a great kit? No. But do you need a nice, good orange kit every once in a while? For sure. Most of October. So this is a good kit for me.
Me also, it's a very good kit. Nothing too special about it. Granted, they did beat my team in the Western Conference Finals. But they do have a history of having a University of Akron alumni play for them. So
Really?
Still really solid.
Yeah, they beat San Antonio when they had to emergency loan far from Indy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I was rooting for y'all.
Because our first string goalie got hurt in the previous round.
That's right.
And then we went to our backup keeper, who basically made like his first appearance or something in the whole USL. So like bring in Jordan Farr, who made 2 excellent saves to kind of keep San Antonio in it, but unfortunately we weren't able to make it to the championship.
Yep. And it sucks now that he is now Farr made the permanent transfer over, but
unfortunately he did not start last night.
No, he did not. But best of luck to him, because they now have 3 goalkeepers or whatever, 2 or 3 goalies out there. Yeah,
3 good quality goalkeepers.
So overall, we gave it a 3.7 out of 5. It works. It gets the job done. It's orange. It's a good color. It's just middle of the road for the reigning champs. And now, onto our final kit of the day. Hartford Athletic and their away kits. I personally like the color. It's just, I don't know. It seems too templatey to me, but I do like the color. There are a few too many greens in that gradient. Kind of makes it a little bit tough, but overall it works. And I like the color. I like a good shade of blue green works with me.
Regan, this is your choice, so you go for it.
For me, like out of these 2 kits that Hartford brought out with the Hummel partnership, this definitely looks better than what the home brought out. Mm-hmm. I like the traditional Hummel chevrons on the shoulder blade. I actually like this gradient. I think like the gradient is very quiet. Like it easily moves through its colors to the white at the bottom. Like it doesn't look as bad as the gradient. I really like this teal. Looks really nice. The Hummel branding, the badge, and the sponsorship don't stand out too bad. Like they don't make the kit look bad. Like it works really well all together. And it's just a really, really nice kit compared to the home.
Great.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a nice looking kit. I agree. I like the teal to the fade to the white. I'm not saying the ocean, gives a nice white stands and everything like that. I will say on the other hand, though, it doesn't take me to Hartford. It doesn't take me to Hartford, Connecticut. So like when I see, like, honestly, if this was a Miami kit, this would make sense to me. or if this was any of the East or West Coast kids, it would make sense to me. But seeing that this is a Hartford Athletic who has such a beautiful Kelly green and royal blue, as you are wearing right now, Regan, like they have such beautiful colors that they could be working with, and they decided to not go with that. It kind of hurt it for me. And then, like you said, Britt, it's a fairly basic hit. I like the fade or the whatever we want to call it, but overall, it's a strong meh for me.
Yeah. Me, I love the white and that green combination. As mentioned, they have that good color palette. I would love to see a little bit more red in it. They have that red in their crest. Why not use it a bit?
And it would make sense.
Like a little bit of details, you know, or a third kit. Knocking on wood. Hopefully, a third kit comes out that's more red. But as of right now, I'd love to see a little bit more red playing in any of their kits. Because why is that color in your crest if you're not going to be using it? But overall, yeah, like the cuffs, I like that weird, like, what I think it's like a half cut off on of
Yeah,
the
little white. I like that. I'm okay
That's a
with
nice
that.
touch. The white and the more solid green up top is good. That dark blue for the Hummel and then the sponsor, I think that's a good contrast to the lighter green gradients running through.
I agree.
But yeah, overall, it works. I don't mind it. I can see this selling pretty good.
Oh yeah, like if I was a Hartford fan, I would probably, I would buy it. Like it's not ugly.
Yeah,
it's a good kit. It's there. I mean, it's like this Louisville City one. This is the goalkeeper one. It's literally just baby blue.
Yeah,
that's it. I mean, it has an interesting sleeve, kind of the honeycomb stripe, whatever. But I mean, it's a basic kit. So if you're a fan of this team, rock it. You're going to look good in it.
Especially compared to that home kit.
Oh yeah, we're not going to talk. Well, I guess we are going to talk about the home kit, but
at some point. But yeah, I gave it a simple 3 out of 5. Very template-y. I like the colors. I like the white. It just doesn't work for me outside of it works.
Yeah. I give it a 3.5. Like you said, completely template-y, very template. I like the fade. Honestly, even though the color doesn't have to do with the team, the color gave me that 0.5. I do like that teal.
I actually really love this.
Love it.
It is very template-y, very much a template. But like that, like the color for me as a kit by itself looks really, really, really nice. Like everything, like nothing looks bad on the kit. It's just you guys have a problem not seeing like the dark blue, the green, or red.
Yeah.
But to me, it does really well. It doesn't look bad at all.
I will say, like, I do agree, like, especially what you were talking about, Brett. Like the dark blue from the Hartford logo does go well with the dark blue of the Hummel, the dark blue of the Trinity Health.
Yeah.
So like those things they did bring to the logo. I'll give them that.
I will say, given how white they're like, it was right. It was white. The home kit, right? It's very white.
It's very blue, I think.
Very blue.
Yeah, it's like they're blue.
Okay. Well, if it's very blue, this might not be a huge contrast to that. So it's like, I like the idea behind it. I just feel like, I don't know. It works for me. It works for them. It's just, again, I'm curious to see what shorts they have with it. Because if it's white shorts and it goes with that gradient, I'll be a fan. But if they do like a weird green,
what if it goes from
away from it?
What if it does the opposite? So it goes from that teal to the white, and then goes from white to the teal.
I would much rather see the basic white shorts with like the dark blue number on it.
Yeah, I bet it almost be too gimmicky.
No.
We're not forward massing here. We're not going into gimmicks.
We'll discuss them at some point. We're still waiting on their 4 kits. There are 4 kits.
Only
releases.
4? Only four?
Only. Well,
So far.
we'll see. We'll
Is it
see.
going to be 8? Are they going to be reversible? All of them?
I still like the few of them that they released, but they do have quite a few. But it's working because I bought some, so it works. So overall, we gave this shit a 3.7 out of 5. We liked it overall. It works a little bit templaty for a few of our states, but overall, we love the color. That teal and white combo with the Hummel and sponsor and that dark blue really works with us. The chevrons on top, that white really pops. It works for us and we enjoy it.
It's a nice kit.
Exactly, it works. So yeah, those were the 6 kits that we reviewed. Yeah, I guess we'll just be working on trying to release our next, probably half a dozen kits. Hopefully some USL League One teams start to drop out some and whatever, and not wait the day before they play a match in the 11 before they release kits. Because this was fun, guys. I like to review some kits.
Yeah.
Hopefully some of these teams are like, hey, we'll send you some stuff.
Right. I'm just saying, who is it? The Football Americanas?
Football Americas, I love those guys.
Yeah, I love those guys. And Jake Edwards over here throwing them like every kit basically.
Yeah.
Hey, we're local, man. Like this is us. All right.
Yeah.
Throw us some love. All right. We'll appreciate it. We'll start talking about texture and stuff, get really into the details.
Because it's hard to judge without actually having the kit with us physically,
Right.
I'm just waiting for my San Antonio ones to come to me now.
Yep. And then I'm waiting on some of mine so I can show those off while we judge. So
and I am waiting on my twins to be born, so I'm not buying anything.
Nope. I shouldn't be spending as much as I do since I got a honeymoon coming up. But
you gotta look good at the honeymoon.
I gotta look good, man. I gotta look good. No, I was joking. I was like, I'm totally going to wear a kit, like an Indy 11 kit, to the wedding. I'm gonna get married in an 11 kit. She goes, no.
No, what you need to have, the walkway where you're going up in the middle of I don't know if you're getting married in the church, but in the middle of the church, checkers. Checkers the whole way.
Or you can
checkers on checkers.
Or try to find a Indy 11 cufflinks or get a lapel pin.
I do have some pins, so I have some of those.
It's about the details.
It's all about the details. Well, I got nothing else. We appreciate tuning in to this first episode of Kit Season, brought to you by the USL Show. We once again like to thank the USL Show for allowing us this opportunity to produce this video and be a part of the USL Show Network. And we're really looking forward to seeing what we can do moving forward, and lots of fun content coming up, lots of kits to review. So if you want to know more about some of our hot, terrible takes, stay tuned. Thanks for joining us, guys. And any other remarks? Yeah.
My only remark is 1, support local soccer, and 2, we need USL trading cards immediately.
Ooh.
We need USL trading cards. My crappy editing is not good enough. We need professionals with USL trading cards. All right.
I already spent too much money on trading cards.
Come on. NWSL one's with me right now. Just hanging out.
Well, once again, thank you for watching this, and hopefully you guys tune in for next episode. Take care.